Hey there, guys. Welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. Happy Thursday, almost Friday, guys. I know this week seems like the longest week ever. I kept confusing my days for the entire week, but Thursday's here, Friday's almost here, guys. So today we're going to talk about tips to save money for the down payment on your new home. And this is probably going to be, I'm going to come on each week 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time or 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just relocated to Florida a couple of months ago, and I'm still getting used to saying Eastern Standard Time instead of Central Standard Time. So we are going to get started in a second. I am pulling this up on my phone so I don't miss any of your comments. Make sure you guys, if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments and I'll get them answered right away. I know a lot of you guys are looking for homes. I received tons of calls and tons of messages about people that either have issues with credit or they don't have the down payment for the home, so they want to wait until next year. So I decided to jump on and do a live stream to talk more about helping you guys save that down payment quicker. When I purchased my second home, or when I made the decision to purchase my second home, I saved my down payment in 3 months. So I'm going to show you those methods today so you can save it pretty quickly so you can get into your new home. So here's what we're going to cover today. We're going to cover the method that I use to help my clients know exactly if they're ready to buy while saving for a down payment, and also a few ways to earn additional money to save for your down payment. It's one of these ways is probably something you guys have not thought about. So I'm going to share that with you shortly, and then I'm going to give you some of the fees that come with purchasing a home. Now, it may be different in your state, so I'm going to give you an average, and I'm going to go over a few of the fees that you have to, I'm not going to say look forward to, but to expect during the transaction. So thank you guys for watching. As you join in, just say hi, drop something in the comments so that I can see you. I see a few people here, but I don't see any questions. So make sure you ask any questions that you have, and then I'll get them answered for you right away. So we'll jump right in so that this can be maybe about 20 minutes long. And guys, if you're watching the replay, or even if you're watching now and you don't have the time or you're driving and you can't ask questions, go ahead and message me and I'll get those questions answered for you. I get messaged, and don't worry about messaging me. I'm open to messages. I get messages all day. So I'm constantly in Facebook Messenger and on Instagram. So first, I'm going to talk with you guys about, or share the method with you that I use to help my clients know if they're ready to buy while saving for the down payment. At the same time, this method will get you in the mindset to know, okay, my lender gave me a payment of $1,500 a month, but my current rent is only $1,100 a month. How will I know for sure if I'm able to pay that higher monthly payment? And I'm going to show you here now. And I had my little whiteboard up before I came out onto the patio. But my laptop shut down, so I'm going to type it over for you guys. So the first thing is your rent, and I'm going to use simple numbers here. Your rent may vary, so just basically fill in the blanks of what you have as far as your numbers, the numbers for your rent, the numbers the lender has given you. So for example, if your rent is $1,100 a month, and your lender has told you that your potential mortgage payment is $1,500 a month. Not $15,000. Hopefully you guys are not getting a mortgage for $15,000. But if you're getting a mortgage for $1,500 a month, you have a $400 difference that you're going to have to make up for each and every month when you purchase your home. And that's only for the mortgage. That's not including your utilities or anything extra that you're going to be adding. So what I want you guys to do is to put that $400. I'm adding zeros. I'm so sorry. You guys don't want these extra zeros. So put that extra $400 into a savings account each month for 6 months. And I say 6 months because a lot of you guys have messaged me or contacted me and said you're not buying until next year. So you have at least 6 months or more. So however many months you're going to be waiting, put that amount into your account for that specific amount of time. So put $400, and I'm just going to say 6 months for this one. Put $400 into that savings account for 6 months. At the end of that 6 months, you're going to have $2,400 towards your down payment. But here's the kicker. If you went any of those months, if you went 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or any of those months, and you were not able to either pay your rent on time or put that additional $400 into your savings account, you're probably not ready to purchase a home. Look more at your budget. Look more at what you're doing with your money that's coming in, and make sure that you are eligible or not eligible. Make sure you're ready to cover that $1,500 monthly payment that the lender is going to give you once you purchase that home. So let me go over this again really quickly. If your rent is $1,100 a month, and basically, like I said, fill in the blank, your rent is $1,100, your potential mortgage that when the lender gives you a pre-approval letter, they will also let you know how much your monthly payment is based on that amount. So if your lender says your monthly payment is $1,500, there is a $400 difference. So put that into a savings account for 6 months straight, no missed payments. If you put that into the account for 6 months straight, you will have $2,400 towards your down payment, and you will also know for sure that you can afford that $1,500 payment. Like I said, if you missed any of those payments, then I suggest that you rethink that payment amount. Just because the lender gave you a monthly mortgage of $1,500 does not mean that you have to find a home at that high range. You can also always go less than what your monthly mortgage amount is. So hopefully that helps. That lets you know the method that I give to my clients now, because I never ever want to see any of my clients go into foreclosure. So I try to explain this to them in advance so that I want them to feel comfortable. A lot of my clients like to travel. A lot of my clients like to have dinner out, eat out, or do different things. And you don't want to get in over your head in a mortgage, and that will basically take away your extra money for the things that you love. So you'll find that home as a hindrance because you're not able to do the things that you always love to do. So hope that helps. If you have any questions, just type them in the comments or message me. And we're going to move on to the next thing. So here are a few ways that you can earn additional money to save for your down payment. When I decided to relocate to Florida, I had a 3-bedroom house there that I had to sell with a full basement, a huge basement. So I had tons of stuff. So a lot of things I donated, other things I sold. So you can sell things on OfferUp. You can sell things on there's the marketplace on Facebook, which is a big thing now. There is a tab if you're on your cell phone, a tab at the bottom of your cell phone. I think it's the middle tab that you can just press and find out everything that's for sale in your local area. So you can earn additional income, and that'll definitely help you on the move because, of course, some of these things when you move, you don't want to take them with you anyway. So why not earn money off of them? One big thing for me is when I decided to um, purchase my second home back in 2010. I started working for an online company called Upwork, and I am going to find that for you now. So this is just basically a freelance company where you're, in most cases, I'm gonna just put it like this: if you're working a 9 to 5, especially for you guys that are in administrative jobs or any type of corporate job, you can take that expertise and find a job here. And it's purely online. If you see all the companies that they help, Airbnb, a big one, Dropbox, GE, UCLA, Microsoft, Zendesk, all of these companies are hiring, and they're hiring people to work from home. I worked in the evenings and on the weekends, 2 jobs basically, but they were at home, so it only seemed like one. For one of the jobs was a position with a health coach, and I basically helped her with her social media. So I did about 10 hours a week for her. And then another just job that I worked at the same time was for the personal assistant for an author. So she basically had an assistant during the day, and I was the person that she would send tasks to later in the evening and on weekends because she traveled. So I was working about 30 hours a week for her. So basically, I was working a 9 to 5, and then I came home and I was also working an additional 9 to 5 because of those 2 positions. But the thing that I loved with those is because I had tasks that were being sent to me, I can log in and log out when I wanted to. A lot of these jobs on Upwork, um, you can set your own schedule because they're just tasks that are being sent to you, and you'll let them know, or they'll ask you for a specific turnaround time to get things done. And it's basically similar to your 9 to 5. I'm also you guys know I'm a real estate agent, so I have experience with short sales and foreclosures. So there's tons of jobs on here that are related to that. So whatever the type of job is that you have, go into Upwork, create an account, and search for that specific skill, and the jobs will pop up. There's tons of them, guys. So from doing that, within about 2 to 3 months, I was able to save my down payment for my new home. And I didn't have to do it permanently. I just did it so that I can save my down payment. Now with this, you won't be able to use this as income on your mortgage because you're considered an independent contractor. And for that, if you're starting your own business, you have to be in that business with most lenders for at least 2 years. So if you're just getting started with this today and you want to buy a house by August, yes, you can do that to save your down payment, but it won't be included as income on your mortgage application. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions about that. And I am going to jump on over to the next slide. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Another thing that I wanted to A tip that I wanted to give you guys about saving money. When I was working a 9 to 5, me and a few of my friends were going out to lunch every single day, spending about $15 a day. So we sat around one day and we just totaled up the amount that we were spending for the entire month. We took a few days off because, of course, some of us would bring lunch a few times a month. But we just did $15 times 20 days during the month. That came to a total of $300 a month that we were spending on restaurant food. Of course, we were going out because we were in an area that had amazing restaurants, and we wanted to eat out every day. So we cut back. We started bringing lunch more, of course, and we saved tons of money. If you're saving $300 a month from no longer going out to lunch, that'll definitely help with saving towards your down payment of your new home. Starbucks, guys, $5 a cup per day for 20 days. That's $100 a month that you can save by not going to Starbucks every day. I love Starbucks, but in most cases, because I go to a lot of events and different things, they're always giving out or raffling off or giving out Starbucks cards. So several times I won Starbucks cards. So I always live off of the Starbucks cards that I've won. But I just basically, I don't buy Starbucks when I don't have a gift card because to me it's overpriced. And I only drink their tea anyway. Coffee's a little bit strong for me. But other than that, let's see. Let's move on to the next one. Any questions, just go ahead and comment or message me if you're watching the replay. Now, here are some of the fees that come when you are purchasing a home. And it may be different in your state. I just relocated from Chicago. I've been there, licensed there for about 18 years. Just relocated to Tampa. So I'm giving you the average fees that I've seen over my career, or not over my career because of course they've changed in 18 years, but most recently in my career. So, but you definitely need to make sure you ask your agent that you're working with and ask your lender for the fees. The first fee that I'm going to throw out there is the appraisal. Appraisals average about $400 when you're buying a home. If you're doing FHA, and I think for conventional also you'll have to do an appraisal. But I'll have to check on that. But you're paying an appraisal fee of $400 just to make sure they're sending an appraiser out there to make sure that the price that you're paying for the home is the right price. They don't want you overpaying because they don't want to insure an overpriced home. So that's about $400. Your home inspection. In Illinois, you have 5 business days. In Florida, depending on the contract that's used, it's about 10 business days to get your home inspection. That's $400. So if you're in another state, check with your realtor to get the time frame and also the average amount. And please, guys, be sure to check with your realtor about the time frame as soon as you get your contract accepted. When I listed my home for sale, the buyer came from another agent. That agent did not advise the buyer of her time frame. So they came in too late for requesting, and it's to request an inspection. And if I was like one of the mean owners, I could have said, no, you're not, you're out of the time frame. So they weren't going to get an inspection. I could have just rejected it because they were out of that 5-day time frame. But I allowed them to get an extension because the agent did not let her know of her rights to have an inspection within 5 days. So make sure you are on top of your agent. Make sure you're asking them for the specific time frames that you have, and also the average amounts in your area. Some lenders charge a credit report fee. Some of them will waive it if you get the loan through them. And on average, I'm seeing about between $15 to $30, not too much for the appraisal fee, but it is in most cases rolled into your application fee. The application fee is on average about $150, but I've seen some as high as $400. So make sure you're prepared for these in advance, because when you're going under contract, these things are due immediately. And then the last thing that I wanted to throw out there is earnest money. Earnest money is basically on average, in most cases, earnest money is $1,000 that you will put up within 48 hours of the acceptance of your contract. So when your contract is accepted, the agent will come to you and ask for a check, or if a cashier's check is required, you'll have to have that on hand within 48 hours, not when you close, but when your contract is accepted. So when your contract is accepted, you hand over that $1,000, but at closing, that $1,000 is a credit to your side of the deal. So that's basically less that you have to bring to closing. It's just given up front because the seller wants to ensure that you are serious about purchasing a home. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope that helps. I am going to be live every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Eastern Time. I'm going to get that right soon. But for those of you that are watching, if you don't know me, I'm Knifey Burks. I'm a Tampa Bay area realtor now. I still have people reaching out to me for Chicago, but I'm a Tampa Bay area realtor. I'm still licensed in Chicago, but I'll have to refer you guys out. Any state that you are in, you are more than welcome, regardless of where you are, to either comment and ask questions or message me and ask questions. I do have partners all across the U.S., so I can refer you to someone that I know and someone that I trust will be able to help you through the entire process, no matter where you are. So I am excited to help each and every one of you. Happy Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right. Have a good one.